Hey, good morning, everybody. Just sitting here thinking. I was going through somebody's TikTok blog, and they had a topic about relationships, and they were talking about on how much the person make. Some women want guys to make six figures, and vice versa. My opinion, I don't think that should be an issue when you first meet someone. I think you should get to know the person first. That's just my opinion. Why is that a question when you first meet someone? And I think when you do that, you skip on your blessings. I think you should get to know the person. Ask questions what they do for a living and vice versa, but not bring how much they make. Get to know the person. You may fall in love with that person. That person might be the greatest person ever. My opinion, trust me, when you go out on dates and y'all go out to eat and do things, women are smart. You will know if that man got money or not, if he's lying about whatever. Now, men, I don't think you should lie about how much you make and when that point comes. But I think y'all should go out to eat, and do things, you know what I'm saying? And women, trust me, y'all got lasers on your eyes and y'all brains are like computers. You'll know if that man has money or not. You will figure that out yourself. What you should do is just, do everything together. You know what I'm saying? In that first beginning, go out, go to the movies, spend time at the person's house once you trust them, go out on little trips, do things that a girlfriend or wife and husband would do in the regular life, because you would know how that person is, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not really saying it right, but you'll figure that person out on the type of person they are. Just do everything, car hiking, go meet the family, because they might give opinions, but don't really go by what family thinks. Go by what you think, because the family never witness every second of your life or every second of your time. But go out and do things. Don't skip dates and times. You know what I'm saying? If you really like this person and this person, trust me, by a couple of weeks, you know what? I think I like him. Keep going. By week 3, you will know. If you have kids, let them know you have kids. A lot of women be hiding that. They want to tell them later that they have kids. It doesn't matter, Just let him know. You don't want to waste his time or yours, It's just that simple, But, if he's aggressive, if he's aggressive. By the time week 3 and y'all doing things all the time, and I know you got to go to work, you got to do things, talk on the phone, FaceTime each other, do the things that a husband and wife would do on a regular basis. Because if that person is not who they are, it will come out eventually. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, make conversation, figure out what they like, what's their favorite color, what they like to eat, vice versa. What they like to do, bring roses and flowers. I mean, it's real out here in the streets. Every little bit counts. You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, when you know that it's getting serious, after, and you feel that you want to get closer, then that's when the money part comes. But you know what? You already have feelings for that person by then. By then, you have some type of feelings. Now, if that man make only $20,000 a year, you won't really feel as bad. Now, you be like, you know what? He's a good guy. We gonna work now. Now you got to ask him what his goals are. That's very important. Now you want to know, hey, look, okay, what are your goals? You only make $20,000 a year. What are your goals? And if his goals are, you will figure out if that's something you want to deal with and build together. A month or 2 might kind of be too early for that, but still, you may want to know if that's the case, and you go from there. Don't try to run away from your blessings, because once you hear a guy, makes $20,000 a year and the women run, that man probably, especially if he's young, if he's like 25, 26 years old, he may have goals that he's going to get, and you're going to miss out on that. Women, take your time with men. Men, take your time with the women. Because they have kids, you running. Why? That's another topic I'm gonna come up with. But why, when women have kids, men judge them? You shouldn't judge a woman because she has kids. What if you got baby mamas? What's the difference? You get what I'm saying? Men, if you're not ready to be settled in a relationship and the woman is looking for a long time commitment and you don't want a long time commitment, don't waste a woman's time. Don't waste their time. It's not fair to them. Keep it going. Now, if you're looking for a long time commitment and she's looking for it, and then that's when it will work out. If you know the person's not your type, don't waste their time. Keep it moving. Now, don't judge a book by its cover, because they could be the sweetest person. It could be somebody you never saw yourself with. That's why it's good to go out and do things together to see, to really know who that person is. Now, there's times you're probably dating other people and going on different dates. Communication. If a guy like you or a woman like you, communicate. It's very important to communicate, because you want to know where it's going. Ask them. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Hey, look, where do you think this is going? Do you think we can go further? Yes, no, whatever. Now, are you still seeing someone else? Am I seeing someone else? It's good to talk about that, because you don't want to hurt no one's feelings. That, a lot of times we assume that, hey, you know what, she likes me, and he, assume that she likes him, vice versa. And when you assume, that's very dangerous. Talk, communicate. Hey, you think we should go ahead and take this to another level? It could be 3 months. It could be 2 months. If you really feeling the person and it's really going somewhere, communicate. Communication is the best thing ever. Okay? Communicate. Once you get to month 3, kick it off. Y'all go ahead and do your things. Now, down the line, you may see something that's a red flag. Red flags are very important. Don't run those red flag lights. Don't run them. Talk about it. If there's a red flag and there's a situation in the relationship that you're concerned about, sit down and talk. Sit down. Go to brunch. Go to breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. And talk about that situation. If that person is very important to you, if you really like this person and there's something that you want to know about it, it could be that he's talking to somebody in the DM, or somebody popped up in her DM, or whatever. Be honest. There's a ex-girlfriend calling. Be honest. If you really feeling the person that you're talking to, be honest. Honesty is a lonely word. Okay? And hardly ever heard. Be honest. Be real. And then y'all can go ahead and talk about how much you make and stuff once you know that is going to. Because a lot of people is afraid to talk about how much they make. Especially a lot of men who's working a 9-to-5 Joe Blow job, because they know a lot of women out here runs. They put their skates on and they take off. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women do. That's why it's not really good to talk about what you make at first. Women, you're going to figure that out. Trust me, you're going to figure out if he got money or not by going to the dates and the food you order and everything. Be real. But I was just giving that little topic on first dates. You know what I'm saying? And, and that I was just feeling it. I have other topics that I want to talk about too. But, make good choices out here, y'all, because bad choices will take you further than you want to go, keep you longer than you want to stay, and make you pay more than you want to pay. Y'all take it easy. See y'all.